one, Hashimoto of Japan. Here he is. Oh, he's world rank number 2 at the moment, Hashimoto, up against An Chang-grim, world rank 13, former world champion. He was a world champion 2018, An Chang-grim. Hashimoto was world champion 2017. An Chang-grim will be going to the Olympic Games almost for sure, barring injury, of course. But Hashimoto, will he do the World Championships? Probably will do the World Championships, but you never know. But they'll keep Ono, who is quite clearly the world best and #1 choice for the Olympic Games. But Hashimoto here, everything to prove, up against An Chang-grim. But An Chang-grim and Hashimoto thrashed it out in the final of the World Championships in 2018. 2018, yes, it was 2018, and An Chang-grim came off the better here. So I think Hashimoto is going to be absolutely gunning for him. Hashimoto of Japan in white, An Chang-grim of Korea in blue. Remember that out of the 3 men's weight categories, Korea have the under-60s and the under-66s in the bag from yesterday. They'll really make a statement if they get gold here with An Chang-grim. Renowned for his groundwork, Hashimoto, but he has great throwing skills. Both of them have. But they're both Seoinage men, so big shoulder throws. Whether they'll have the chance to really get underneath for them. Both capable of doing it left and right. Right the way underneath there. Now, did he go against the arm? We've had a couple of situations the last couple of days where people have been attacking off the sleeve against straight arms, and it's normally if they don't go right the way through and underneath their opponent and just do a direct attack. And of course, it's Honsogomaki's disqualification if it goes against the arm joint. Like I said before, it's about intent. If the intent is to throw for ippon, normally they'll get away with it. But if it's just to put an attack in for the sake of an attack, that's when the disqualification will happen. Not just the men either, it's the women as well. Strong grip fighting here from these two, and they know that the one that gets 2 hands on is the one that's going to explode underneath. Well, it was always going to be a tough match. Decided to change it to the left Seoinage then, Hashimoto. Kotei Nui, team manager, team coach of the Japanese men's team. And he is former Olympic and 3-time world champion and one of the greatest ever. One of the greatest technicians and super coach as well. Ashiwaza there, Hashimoto. For the non-judoka out there that are watching this, the whole idea is to get the grip that you want and then try and throw your opponent over, carry it on to the ground if you can, but easier said because these two, you can feel the danger through the hands, and the grips are very important in judo. That's why we have this jacket and trousers made of such thick material, because the gripping is strong. You'd rip it straight in half if it wasn't of the right material. I can tell you that the first thing that goes in a contest is your forearms and your grips. It's the first thing that you get lactic acid in. I've had it so that my forearms looked like they were going to explode, like Popeye's forearms. Well, that went quickly, didn't it? First 4 minutes. Now going into golden score. Any score will do it.
Golden score.
One penalty up there to An Chang Grim. Means he's got to initiate it. So I think that Hashimoto is the one that's pushing forward. He wants to grip up, but looks very cool, calm and collected, Hashimoto, I've got to say. But so does An Chang Grim. Now he has the sleeve here, and now he's going to go in. There was a delay on that. He won't get a score for it, so he was right the way underneath there, An Chang Grim, and then has a second little go. If there's a delay, small delay, then it's classed as two movements, and one of them was off the ground. So if it's continuous, then you can actually go to ground, and then continuous movement will enable you to score. Hashimoto. Two techniques there, back to back. Big Seoinage, and then Tomoinage sacrificing his own weight or his own body. Sacrifice techniques when you drop on your own back, try and throw your opponent, but you've got to be careful because, of course, you leave yourself open. Anybody's match, this one. Well, you can see now, can't you, how important the gripping is. They're trying to take the dominant grip, and of course, because one's fighting left and the other one right, they've got a problem catching sleeve and lapel. There'll be a penalty each, and that means An Chang Grim will get a second penalty now, so he's one off disqualification. Hashimoto knows that, so if he puts some good work in here, could possibly win the contest by default. Saying that, and it normally sparks them off and gives them just that little bit of an edge to attack. Well, again, you can see there Hashimoto just pushing An Chang Grim away, didn't want him with two hands on. So that's negative, so if he's not careful, he will get a second penalty, and there's a really good technique there from An Chang Grim. Difference between positive and negative grips. You can fight somebody's grip off and not let them take a hold, or you can come in and try and positively dominate the grip. Big difference. Change of direction there, straight in there, wasn't he? I tell you now, he's gone against the arm. The arm was straight. They'll have a look at that to see if that was a dangerous technique or not, because it was Sori Surakomigoshi, but and you'll see him go against a straight arm. So he's gone underneath. Both hands are on the arm, and I can tell you now that I think he will get disqualified for that technique. And they'll look at that very, very carefully. I don't know if we're going to see see it one more time. You can see both hands are on the arm, and he's gone against the shoulder. It's really dangerous to do it there, and normally we see him doing it with a slightly different action. He gets Hon Sokomaki and disqualified, and Changrim wins the 3rd gold medal for Korea. And as soon as he did it, I thought that doesn't look as if it hit in the right direction at all. You've got to, I mean, An Changrim wasn't making a thing of it. I mean, he could have easily just laid there and gone, well, my arm was nearly broken, but he didn't make a thing of it. He just said, well, that's the way it is. And that's a gain now. He's beaten Hashimoto. Hashimoto making a big mistake, and it is a big mistake at this level.
This is first gold medal.
Putting Hashimoto under pressure on the edge there, and Hashimoto knew he had to attack. Hashimoto's the one that does this normally. Look at that. So straight under the armpit. So there was no hips going across the body. And what happens is the arm bends in a positive way, in a good way. If you go across the body and the hips go in first, but that was just directly against the arm.